Astronomer HR chief Kristin Cabot has been seen for the first time since the Coldplay kiss cam scandal that led to her resignation.
What? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
But the fallen HR head appeared more focused on the health of her plants than her marriage when she was spotted for the first time back at her $2.2 million home.
28-year-old Grace Springer was at the concert at the Gillette Stadium in Boston and captured the moment that has now been viewed 53 million times.
I could have never guessed that it would be such high-profile individuals in the video. I do feel sorry for their partners and spouses that they had to find out this way.
Do you think if they had not tried to hide, Coldplay would have moved on?
100%. I think if they acted natural, no one would have thought twice. What a cute couple. I mean, I'm sure people in their inner circle might have caught something, but I definitely wouldn't have posted that video.
Like, you went in public. It's not like you were inside your home having this affair and somebody was like outside from social media being like, what are they doing in here? Like, you were in publicly like kissing and hugging. You were at a public place where maybe you were going to be on camera. Like, that is just a risk. You might think that it's private because it's a dark concert, but often there are these cameras. There is social media everywhere. If you are somebody that is on X, on TikTok specifically, you should know, like, whether it's a good thing or not, everybody's filming all the time.
Over the weekend, 50-year-old Andy Byron resigned as CEO of Astronomer. A company statement said, "Our leaders are expected to set the standard in both conduct and accountability. Recently, that standard was not met." 52-year-old Kristin Cabot's fate still hangs in the balance. She's married to Andrew Cabot, heir to one of New England's oldest and most prestigious families, the Cabots.
This is my casino. Step out. Bring your money.
Cabot is a CEO of a boutique rum company. Here he is at a tasting in Paris. Those few seconds of video at the Coldplay concert are triggering a cultural tsunami. People are even betting online on whether the marriages survive. Who blew the whistle? The two executives caught on that now infamous Coldplay kiss cam were first identified on a TikTok account of someone who apparently works at the company. Oh my God, that looks like Astronomer CEO Andy Byron and Astronomer Chief People Officer Kristin Cabot. That's going to be one awkward board meeting, if not a couple divorces too. Whoever wrote the post was believed to have also attended the concert in Boston, and it sure seems that he or she works at the company. They knew Kristin Cabot's precise title in HR, and they also knew that both executives are married.
Society loves to be mad at cheaters. Like, remember Scandival, the Vanderpump Rules saga? It was like the biggest story of 2023. The president of the United States at the time weighed in on it because people love to be mad when people are caught cheating. We just relate to it. It's just something that like brings society together. And finally, I do think that it involves.
I think cheating is an abomination, okay? And this man has a wife, he has children, these kids are gonna have to watch and see this. They don't look, I would be devastated if I was his wife.
We've now learned that the technology company Astronomer has announced that its CEO, Andy Byron, seen here, as you saw, embracing a woman who is not his wife, has resigned from the company.
It doesn't take a scientist to figure out that they didn't want us to see whatever we saw.
Yeah. Man, he dropped out real quick and she turned.
Yeah, because he just realized how many millions of dollars he lost.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, it's like, if he didn't freak out, no one would have any idea that this had happened.
True.
Anyway, here we go. So she brought her underling there to cover for them. The CEO's wife found out about it. She's already removed his last name from her LinkedIn and Facebook. Apparently, many people at the company knew that he was sleazy, previously worked for him. Moral of the story, don't go to a Coldplay concert.
Why do you think that couple was chosen?
If I was directing that show, I would have put them up in a heartbeat. The body language that they were showing and the shot there, it's a good-looking couple. He's got his arms around her. I would have done it 10 times out of 10.
Chief Executive Andy Byron has tendered his resignation to the board of directors and they have accepted. The board will begin a search for our next chief executive as co-founder and chief product officer Pete DeJoy continues to serve as interim CEO.
Grace Springer first posted the video being seen around the world.
It was the reaction from Andy that kind of sealed the deal. He looked pretty guilty.
Kristin Cabot's son speaks up about how the whole Coldplay kiss cam scandal has impacted him mentally. This is a heavy topic, so let's get into it with respect and care. If you're new here, make sure to like and subscribe so we can keep exploring stories like this together.
He's married with teenage children. Kristin Cabot has been divorced for 3 years. She was hired just 8 months ago. And now that 15 seconds of video is having a devastating impact on both of their lives. The New York Post front page headline, Dumbotron. I spoke with workplace expert Stephen Viscusi.
This requires, to me, not one, but 2 resignations.
The rumor is that Kristin Cabot's son has spoken out about the toll this situation has taken on his mental health. Growing up in a high-profile family, especially one tied to wealth and business, already comes with pressure. Now, imagine your family's personal life being dissected by strangers online.
There's a part of people that they're looking at these 2 individuals and obviously not wanting the damning part for the family. Because I do say, my heart goes out to the children and the partners of these people who are having to watch this all play out. But the bigger thing people aren't talking about is how a CEO of a company should never be dating the head of HR.
Since the incident, scores of people globally have created a stream of endless memes on the scandal.
Yeah. Oh, look at these 2. All right, come on. Yeah. Oh, look at these 2. All right, come on. You're okay?
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Can you feel the tension? Oh, look at these 2. All right.
What are we gonna do? My wife is here.
You said she's in row P. She won't even see us.
Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
While others have relished the opportunity to recreate the now infamous moment.
The internet can be relentless. Comments, memes, and even fake statements have flooded social media, turning a fleeting moment into a global spectacle. For a young person, seeing their parent at the center of such a public storm could feel overwhelming, maybe even isolating. The rumor suggests he's been open about struggling with the attention, possibly feeling embarrassed or hurt by the assumptions and jokes flying around.
Here's Astronomer's leadership. This is Andy Byron. And right down here is the Chief People Officer. There you go. Kristin Cabot, Chief People Officer. Although the weird thing is that if you click on their LinkedIns and poof, they're gone. Deleted their LinkedIns. Too bad, They'll be a scumbag. And if you are a scumbag, then, well, I guess you deserve this.
Public shaming like this doesn't just affect the people on camera, it ripples out to their families. A psychosexual therapist quoted in the news said this kind of witch hunt can be traumatic, not just for the person who feels betrayed, but for their loved ones too. For Kristin's son, the constant online chatter might make it hard to escape the scandal, even in private moments. Schools, social circles, and even just scrolling on his phone could be reminders of the drama. The rumor doesn't give specifics on what he said, but it points to him feeling the weight of this moment.
The moment they realize the camera is on them, it is like, oh my God, and the guy ducks, the woman turns around. And I mean, guys, it took the internet maybe an hour to figure out who these people are and to discover that the man is the CEO of a huge data company and that the woman that he was canoodling with was his chief people officer. So that is the person that is over HR.
The company's board of directors accepted that resignation today, saying that it will begin the search for a replacement. In a statement released on the company's LinkedIn page, it says this, that Astronomer is committed to the values and culture that have guided us since our founding. Our leaders are expected to set the standard in both conduct and accountability, and recently that standard was not met.
A CEO and HR professional. The definition of her job is to be by the way, don't do workplace romance. That's one of her top.
Maybe grappling with how it's reshaped his view of his family or how others see him. This situation raises bigger questions about how viral moments impact mental health, especially for those who didn't ask to be in the spotlight. The internet moves fast, turning real people into characters in a story we all feel entitled to judge. For a kid, that could mean dealing with emotions like confusion or anger while the world watches. We don't know the full story, and I'm not here to say what's true or not about the rumor, but it's worth thinking about how quickly a single video clip can change lives not just for those on screen, but for the people connected to them. It's hard to imagine the pressure of having your family's personal moments turned into public entertainment. The rumor about Kristin Cabot's son suggests he's been vocal about the mental strain of seeing his mom's name trending for all the wrong reasons. Online, people have been quick to judge, creating narratives about the scandal that might not even reflect reality. For a young person, this could mean dealing with whispers or awkward questions from peers. Maybe even feeling like he has to defend his family while processing his own emotion. The constant buzz on platforms like X, where users have been sharing hot takes and memes, might make it feel like there's no escape from the noise. On the flip side, some might argue that public figures and their families should expect scrutiny, especially in a high-profile incident like this. The Coldplay kiss cam moment wasn't just a private slip, it was broadcast to thousands in the stadium and millions online. The rumor about Kristin's son highlights how kids, who have no control over their parents' actions, can still get caught in the crossfire. Whether he's spoken out through a private post or a public statement, the idea that he's struggling mentally reminds us that behind every viral scandal are real people navigating real pain. What's your take on how families cope with this kind of public fallout? Let's keep the discussion going in the comments. That's all for today's video. What do you think about this rumor and how public scandals affect families? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation respectful. If you found this video interesting, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and hit that subscribe button for more deep dives. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.